You stick around for a little bit?
Yeah, Christopher likes to watch these games, so I might stay a little bit. Are you at basketball tomorrow? Or the girls play or do they travel? They don't play the...
They're traveling, yeah.
Okay.
I think Ray's going to see a friend.
And then Nico's going to be...
Oh, really?
Nico's here. Nico's kids are refereeing.
Oh,
So,
cool.
players referees, yeah, Samir, Mason.
What time is Nico?
He plays at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So he's the first game. So he's there. Whatever it is.
That's fun.
Game first or first
Yeah.
second. He's a small kid this week, too.
Yeah.
Like, he's not as aggressive as the others, so it'll be fun to watch.
It was fun.
Yeah. Back at it again. All right.
All right, we'll see you later. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. See you.
Game has started. Traveling violation, the first of the game. That ball goes out of bounds to the Pioneers. Two, Ka Saito. Foul is on number 20 for the Pioneers. As .35 at the line. Ball goes out of bounds to the Hornets. Ball goes out of bounds to Saline. Out of bounds to Pioneer. Out of bounds. Ball goes to the Hornets. Saline foul number 35, Christopher Katuna. That is his first, team first. Shooting at the line, number 1. Henry Bailey. Traveling violation. Ball goes to the Hornets. The foul is on Saline, number 11, Brady Clark. Shooting at the line for Pioneer, bogey number 11. That is Atticus side. Once again, side will step to the line to shoot. Leo Sodaropoulos. Ball goes out of bounds to the Pioneers. Christopher Katuna. Bailey. 35, Christopher Katuna. Saline foul number 3, Lucas Vitus. Ball's out of bounds, 2 Pioneers. Fouls on Saline number 3, Lucas Vitus. The second. Ball is out of bounds, 2 Pioneer. Foul is on number 35, Christopher Katuna. Shooting at the line, number 40. Amir Lee. Minor foul is on number 20, Amari Jordan Ellington. Shooting at the line, number 0, Leo Soteropoulos. The 30-second timeout called by the Pioneers. 40. Amir Lee. Out of bounds to Saline. Leo Sodaropoulos. Fouls on number 3, Lucas Spires. Shooting at the line, number 2, Kai Saito. Bounds to Saline. Out of bounds. Ball to the Hornets. Planner fouls number 3. It's going to be Bobby Jones. Out of bounds to the Hornets. Basket was good, scored by Pioneer number 40. Amir Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, that will take us to the end of the first quarter. The score is Saline 14, Pioneer 12. Our concession stand is now open and is run by Club Unify, a student-run organization dedicated to raising both funds and awareness for the Pioneer Special Olympics program, Area 20 Special Olympics, and the self-contained special ed department here at Pioneer. Every penny counts, and the club is very grateful to have partners like the men's and women's basketball programs. Without their support and the support from folks like you, none of this would be possible. Thank you for your generosity. Ball to Saline. Out of bounds. Ball to the Pioneers. traveling violation. Ball to the Hornets. Trevor LaRusso. Saline fouls on number 5, Logan Wyneck. Shooting the line is Isaiah Moore, 23. Out of bounds to the Pioneers. Traveling. Ball to the Hornets. .33, Gabe Iadapaulo. 23, Isaiah Moore. Planner foul, number 23, Isaiah Moore. It's going to be Liam Blackwell, excuse me. Soteropoulos up the line. Ball to the Pioneers. .22, Brandon Ring. Ball goes out of bounds to the Pioneers. Foul is on AJ Karsh for the Pioneers. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession. Saline. It's out of bounds to the Pioneers. Under foul number 33, Kieran Conley. Minnesota Rockets. Christopher Katuda. Out of bounds. Ball to Pioneer. There is a Saline foul. Number 20 shooting at the line is Amari Jordan Ellington. Foul is on number 33, Gabe Iadapaulo. Atticus side. Shooting is also 11, Brady Clark. Travel. Out of bounds. Hornets ball. Fouls number 35, Christopher Fortuna. Is out of bounds. Hinder ball. That will bring us to the half. The score is Saline 28, Pioneer 19. In school sports, there's no such thing as must-win situation. Unless it's winning at sportsmanship. Our games are not about wins and losses. They're about developing respectful individuals of character who will be tomorrow's community leaders. If we win in sportsmanship, we prevail in the most important must-win situation, the game of life.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I did not have a camera person for the first half of this game, so it's a little chaos, but that's fine. Oh, I don't doubt it. You're on. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. We are at halftime here at Pioneer High School in the main gym, where it is the Pioneer JV basketball team taking on Saline. Right now, it is 28 for Saline and 19 for Pioneer. I didn't have a camera person the first half, so I was doing that. So I will do my best to do a little play-by-play in this second half here. So we'll see what we can do with that. We'll play a few messages from the MHSAA as we're counting down for halftime, and we will be right back. You're watching Pioneer Men's JV Basketball, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we're counting down to the end of halftime here at the Pioneer main gym. Pioneer versus Saline, the freshman game. Saline able to pull away at the end with a 5-point victory here. The JV squad, Saline has a 9-point lead at halftime. Pioneer looking to get back into this game. The varsity squad will be next. They just came off of a huge win on Wednesday, 61-55 over at Huron. And Pioneer looking to make some things happen here. Pioneer to inbound right in front of us near baseline. Then inbounded to Saito. Saito gets it back over to, I believe that's Moore. There, right at the top of the key. Moore looks to his right and moves it over. Saito has it on the far sideline. Saito being watched by Soteropoulos. There's a shot by Rink, and Rink hits it. As that is a three-pointer, makes it 28 for Saline, 22 for Pioneer. As bringing it the other way, Katuna moves it ahead, down into the baseline. That's put up by Clark. Whistle blown.
Pioneer fouls number 40, Amir Lee.
Lee picks up the foul. That puts Clark at the line, shooting two. 7:29 left to go here. Clark eyes the rim, puts it up, and off the front of the rim. No good. Clark trying to get it out to a 7-point lead. Clark bends the knees, puts it up. Now rattles around, would not go down. Rebound as Karsh gets it back, but that's stolen away. Up and in by Katuna.
35,
It's 30-22. Here comes Pioneer the other direction. Karsh moves it back to Rink. Rink on the near wing. Back to Karsh in the near corner. Karsh back to Rink on the near wing. Rink gets it top of the key over to Moore and Moore. Fires it, rattles around, would not go down. Then rebounded by Clark. Saline comes the other direction with the 8-point lead. 7 minutes left to go. As racing ahead, Soteropoulos gets it back to Clark. Clark. Three-pointer from the top of the key, pulled down by Lee. Lee moves it over to Saito. Saito quickly ahead for Pioneer. Grabbing it, Rink on the far wing, gets it back to Saito on the far sideline. Saito dribbles, trying to get into the paint. There's a whistle. That is going to be Pioneer's ball. 6:40 left to go here in the third. 30-22, Saline with the lead. Pioneer to inbound, baseline right. Well, bounce pass over to Saito for three, and he hits it. That makes it 30-25. Pioneers got it down to a 5-point lead. Saline inbounds, trying to fire it ahead is Clark. Gets it over to Idapalo. Now coming up the near wing is Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos coming on to the far wing, dishes it off. Clark, top of the key. Clark over on the near wing, gets it over to Idapalo. Idapalo into the paint. Bucket wouldn't go, but a whistle.
Pioneer foul is on number 40, Amir Lee.
Lee picks up the foul. That is the second for Pioneer in this period. None on Saline thus far. Idapalo bends his knees, puts it up, puts it in. Idapalo gets it back to a 6-point lead, trying to make it a 7-point lead. Saito gets a breather. And up and in. Now it is 32-25, 7-point lead. Quickly up. Here comes Pioneer and a whistle. As that is going to be push off.
Number 20, Amari Jordan Ellington.
Sorry, Ellington. It's number 20. Make sure I get that now. Coming up the other direction. Soteropoulos gets it down on the paint. That's put up. Rolls around by Idapalo. Pulled down by Lee. Lee gets it over to Karsh. Karsh gets it back over to Ellington. Ellington over midcourt. Ellington gets it into the far corner for Lee or for Rink. Rink puts it up and tipped by Saline. Back over to Lee on the far wing. Lee Gets it back to Ellington. Ellington steps back on the far sideline. Now gets a screen from Lee. Races into the paint, trying to put it up. That knocked away. Saline with the ball, heading the other direction. Soteropoulos over midcourt. Saline with the 7-point lead. Stolen away by Ellington, and a whistle. As Ellington and Soteropoulos battling. That is going to be on Ellington.
Picks up his foul. Team fourth.
Fourth foul on Pioneer. One more, and Saline will be shooting. 2. As that's brought in by Fitta. Soteropoulos brings ahead for the Hornets over half court. Gets it over to Fitta. At the free throw line, over onto the far corner. Katuna puts that up. Clark gets the rebound for Saline. Katuna up high off the glass, would not go, but a whistle underneath. 5:11 left to go here in the third. 32 to 25, 7-point lead. Lee picks up the foul. That will put Saline in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. Katuna bends the knees, puts it up, and off the front of the rim, stays a 7-point lead. Katuna been trying to make it an 8-point lead. 5:11 left to go here in the third. Katuna bends the knees, puts it up, and that one is good. 33 to 25, 8-point lead by Saline with 5:11 left to go. Rink inbounds. Bounce pass by Saito, back to Rink. Rink coming up the near side, gets it over to Karsh. Karsh over to Sai. Sai to the free throw line, moves it over to Saito on the far sideline. Saito trying to get to Lee, that just off his fingertips, just a little behind him. Out of bounds. That will be Saline ball. 5 minutes even left to go here in the third. 33 to 25, 8-point lead by Saline as the inbound baseline right. That tipped out of bounds, but off a Pioneer. Good job by Rink to get in the passing lane. Clark will inbound right in front of the Pioneer bench. Clark gets that over to Soteropoulos. Now coming back, racing ahead. Fitta gets it into the near wing. Now racing. Katuna puts it up. Karsh got a piece of that. Coming the other direction is Sai for Pioneers. Sai comes to the free throw line. Stops there. Kicks it over into the far corner for Rink for 3. And he hits it. That makes it 33 to 28, 5-point lead for Saline. They quickly bring it ahead. Fitta has it at the top of the key for Saline, moves it over. Clark racing down the baseline, puts it up. That rolls out. Now grabbing it, Soteropoulos puts it up and puts it in for 3. Saline able to answer back. 36 to 28, back to an 8-point lead as Saito coming ahead with it. He ends up down on the court. Good sportsmanship by Clark to help him up. Gotta love seeing that. 4:13 left to go. Foul on Saline. Pioneer has it as Bailey to inbound on the near sideline right in front of us. Bailey gets it into Saito. Saito over half court for Pioneer. On the near sideline, Saito gets a screen from Lee. Now dishes it off to Lee on a give and go. Lee puts it up and in. Rolls off the front of the rim and in. 36 to 30, Pioneer down by 6. Under 4 minutes left to go here in the third. Saline brings it ahead as Idapalo moves it over to Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos up the near sideline and put up by Fitta for 3. Rattles out, trying to pull it down. Sai trying to pick it up. That grab by Katuna. Katuna. Now Pioneer has it, is stolen by Fitta. Fitta puts it in, and that makes it. That picked up 38 to 30, 8-point lead by Saline. Quickly ahead, grabbing it. There's Bailey, who fires it off the front. The back of the rim falls off to the far side. Saline racing ahead with it. Clark has it. Clark at the far elbow. That tipped out of bounds. 3:20 left to go. That is going to be Saline ball, as Soteropoulos will inbound baseline left. As that comes up, pulled down, here comes Rink. Rink races over, Sai has it, Sai down the far sideline. That blocked by Katuna. 3:04 left to go here.
Foul is on number 35 on Saline.
That's going to be Katuna who picks up the foul.
Shooting at the line, 11.
Sai
Agassi.
bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in. That makes it a 7-point lead, 38-31. As Katuna goes out, Woodman in for the Hornets. Sai, one more coming, trying to get it back to a 6-point lead for Saline. Sai hits it. Nothing but net on that one. Saline to inbound, baseline right. As that's brought up, Soteropoulos has it for Saline over half court. Soteropoulos dishes it off underneath. That put up spins off the front of the rim, pulled down by Lee. Lee dribbles to his left for Pioneer. Lee gets it over to Sai. Sai down the far sideline. Gets it over, moving it over to Jones. That put up by Lee off the back of the rim. Wouldn't go. Pulled down by Saline, quickly the other direction. Coming up with it, Soteropoulos down the far sideline for the Hornets. Has it on the far wing. Soteropoulos takes a shot off the back of the rim. Lee trying to get to it, but that pulled down by Fitta. Back, top of the key to Soteropoulos, trying to get it underneath, and Woodman puts it in. That makes it 40-32, 8-point lead by Saline with 2:20 left to go here in the third. Pioneer player down as Saito slow to get up, as he will slowly come up. And as that ball inbounded baseline left, 40-32, 8-point lead for Saline with 2:20 left to go. Inbounded. Saito gets it back over to Rink. Rink ahead to Sai. Sai over half court. Sai to the free throw line, moves it over. That shot off the rim as wouldn't go for Richardson. Pulled down. Here comes Saline. Soteropoulos has it over half court. Soteropoulos working his way ahead, being watched by Richardson. Soteropoulos comes to the free throw line, now dishes off into the near corner for Fitta. Fitta races into the paint, now trying to dish it off. That's going to be a travel. Pioneer ball with 1 minute 53 seconds left here in the third. 40-32, 8-point lead by the Hornets. Pioneer inbound. Sai has it on the far sideline. Quickly ahead to Richardson, and a whistle on that pass. It would look to be probably a Saline foul. We'll see.
Foul is on number 33.
That's going to be a foul on Idapalo. Pioneer with it. Sai has it at midcourt. Sai dribbles to his right. Sai looking for a screen from Lee. Gets it over to Saito into the far corner for Rink. Saito on the far sideline, right in front of Coach DeWolf. Now Saito into the paint. Bounce pass over to Sai, who puts it up and in. Back to a 6-point lead. Saline 40, Pioneer 34. 1 minute 26 seconds left to go here in the third. Soteropoulos to inbound baseline right, gets it over to Clark. Now bringing ahead is Woodman. Woodman coming over. Idapalo moves it over to Clark. Clark has Saito watching him. Clark for Saline, trying to get it over to Soteropoulos into the paint. Finger roll up off the glass, no good. And put back up by Woodman. Woodman gets the shot to roll. That makes it 42-34, back to an 8-point lead. Here comes Richardson for Pioneer. Rink puts it up for three. That off the rim, falls off to the far side. Rebound by Lee, who puts it up off the glass, and one. Lee with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Down two. As it is an 8-point lead, trying to get it down to a 7-point lead. Oops, now they'll put the basket in. So 6-point lead now, trying to get it down to 5. Lee bends his knees, puts it up. That off the back of the rim, pulled down by Fitta. Saline with it. Lee trying to pull that away. That gets over. Racing down the far side is Clark for Saline. Clark on the far sideline. Sai watching him. Clark trying to find a place to go with it. Stolen away by Saito. Pioneer heading the other direction. Saito stops, trying to flip it over to Lee, but that grab by Rink. Rink trying to get it back to Lee. That just off of his fingertips out of bounds. That will be Saline ball. 26.7 seconds left to go. 42 to 36. 6-point lead for Saline. They have the ball coming down the far sideline. Clark. He gets his feet tangled. That's going to be a foul on Cy. Because we're over 5 fouls in the quarter, that is going to result in shots. Again, it used to be 7 fouls in a half for a single shot, 10 for the double bonus now, 5 in a quarter, and you're shooting 2. They have no single shot. First one up and good by Clark. And they reset at the end of the quarters. Clark trying to get back to an 8-point lead, 43 to 36. Clark bends the knees, puts it up. Off the back of the rim, that out into the far corner, pulled down by Cy. Cy moves it over to Saito. Saito quickly head to Rink in the near corner. Rink gets it to Lee for Pioneer into the paint, dished back off to Cy. Cy racing down the side of the paint. Back to Saito. Saito just inside of half court. Saito looking for a screen from Lee. Steps back, 2 seconds left to go. That's going to be a travel with 1 second left to go.
Ball to the Hornets.
Saline will have a second to try and inbound and fire this shot. So it'll be a long shot trying to get past the 7-point lead. Inbounded, that put up and in. As they'll say, that shot was good. Clark puts it up and in. That makes it a 3-point shot, makes it a 10-point game. Saline 46, Pioneer 36. We'll step away for a quick message from the MHSA, and we will be right back.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
8 minutes up on the clock as we will have the varsity game following this game between Saline and Pioneer. It's 7-1 Pioneer versus 8-2 Saline. The SEC, a very, very good basketball conference in both men's and women's, especially the men's. The SEC has some very good teams and stiff competition. 8 minutes up on the clock, getting ready to go for the fourth. It is going to be Saline ball as Fitta has it right in front of us for the inbound. Saline going from right to left, gets it inbounded. Clark comes over half court. Clark coming down the far side, stops at the far elbow, gets it back over to Fitta. Fitta on the far wing. Fitta dishes it back to Clark just inside of the blockades. As Saito watching him, Clark dribbles to his left. Clark picks up the ball, fires it over to Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos trying to make his way into the paint, puts it up off the rim, wouldn't go. Woodman gets it back, that off the back of the rim, that wouldn't go. Picked up as Ellington with the rebound. Ellington brings it head over half court. Ellington comes to the far wing, now races into the paint, puts it up high off the glass. That goes over the rim, but a whistle blown. That will be the first foul of the quarter on Saline.
Foul is on number 11.
That is going to be on Clark. That's going to put Ellington to the line as it was a foul during the shooting process.
That's Jordan Ellington at the line. Shooting.
7:25 left to go. Ellington, first one up and in. That's down to a 9-point lead. Ellington has the opportunity to get back down to an 8-point lead, and he does, hitting nothing but nets. Soteropoulos inbound baseline right, quickly gets it to Clark. Clark racing ahead, fast break for Saline. Clark bounce pass, gets it over to Soteropoulos. Now underneath, that put up and wouldn't go. DePaulo put it up off the near rim and fell off to the far side. Ellington has it on the far sideline for Pioneer. Now top of the key for Saito, trying to get it underneath. as that knocked away. Farland trying to pull that up. Now racing the other direction. As that ball picked up, Fitta moves it over Soteropoulos. Back to Clark. Clark works his way around the arc. Clark bounce pass into the paint, knocked away from Fitta, out of bounds. That will be Pioneers' ball. 6:44 left to go. 46-38. 8-point lead for the Hornets. Ellington, nope, looks like it's going to be Jones to inbound baseline right for Pioneer. Jones inbounds, side trying to get there. Now that inbounded Ellington over half court. Ellington quickly ahead to the top of the key. Move Black as Blackwell puts it up high off the glass. Pulled down. Soteropoulos heads the other direction. Soteropoulos into the paint for Saline and loses the ball. Blackwell quickly the other direction. Side for Pioneer into the paint. Collision underneath. He loses the ball. There's a whistle and a foul. That should be the second foul on Saline in this period, or in this quarter. Pioneer opportunity again to try and get it down to a 6-point lead. Cy at the line. Cy bends his knees, eyes the rim, puts it up off the back of the rim, would not go. One more coming for Cy. Opportunity now to make it 7. Conley in for Pioneer, as well as
Once he gets inside the line.
see, we have Rink, Jones, Cy at the line, Ellington, and Conley up, and that one up and good by Cy. Now a 7-point lead, 46-39 for Saline. 6:23 left to go. Saline brings it ahead as Soteropoulos comes just inside the blockades, being watched by Ellington. Soteropoulos moves it over on the near side to Fitta. Fitta, top of the key, into the paint, dishes it off underneath for Woodman. That wouldn't go off the rim to the near side. Quickly Ellington the other direction. That intercepted by Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos down the near sideline for Saline over midcourt. Soteropoulos gets it over to Fitta on the far sideline. Fitta back to Soteropoulos. About 5 feet off of the top of the key. Soteropoulos dribbles to his left, comes the elbow, dishes it off to Clark. Clark gets into the paint, puts it up, that off the rim, but a rebound put up and in by Woodman. That makes it 48-39. Quickly ahead, Pioneer, Rink has it. Over, there's Cy for 3, and he hits it. That'll make it 48-42. 6-point lead by Saline. Inbounded by DePaulo, and quickly Pioneer trying to get that tied up, and it turns into a foul. Soteropoulos to inbound baseline right. 6-point lead by Saline. Pioneers JV trying to get this down and get this game equal. Soteropoulos inbounds it to Katuna. Katuna stolen away. Here comes Cy, who puts it in. That's down to a 4-point lead by Saline. Quickly into Idapalo. Idapalo over onto the far side to Soteropoulos. Over half court. Fitta has it for Saline. Puts it up for 3. Off the far rim. Far side of the rim. Out of bounds. And that is going to be Saline's ball as Soteropoulos inbounds into the far corner. Clark moves it over. That put up and wouldn't go. Off the glass by DePaulo. Pioneer, and they'll say jump ball. Possession arrow points Pioneer's way. 4:59 left to go here in the fourth. It is now a 4-point lead by Saline, 48-44. Jones to inbound baseline left. Jones gets it over to Cy. Cy races ahead. Cy gets it to Ring, trying to get it underneath to Conley. Conley puts it up off the glass and puts it in. It is a 2-point game, and Saline wants to take a timeout and talk it over. 4:48 left to go here in the fourth. 48-46. Saline with the lead, but Pioneer trying to mount an epic comeback. How about a little push on? 4:48 left to go here in the fourth. 2-point game between Saline and Pioneer. Saline inbounds baseline right as that is going to be tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow points the Hornets' way. That will be Saline to inbound baseline right. That possession arrow will flip as soon as they inbound it. Saline gets it into Katuna. Katuna quickly ahead, grabbing it. Fitta into the paint for Saline. Spins, puts it up off glass. Wouldn't go. Woodman trying to get it back. Conley trying to pull that away out of bounds, and last touched by the Hornets. That will be Saline ball, or a Pioneer ball. Timeout by Pioneer. 4:36 left to go here in the fourth. 48 for Saline, 46 for Pioneer. One foul for Pioneer in this period. 2 fouls for Saline. Neither one close to the bonus at this point. But plenty of time left. Pioneer to inbound, baseline left as Jones will inbound. And inbounded to Ellington. Ellington bounce pass over to Jones. Jones moves it ahead to Cy. Cy brings it up for Pioneer. Cy on the far wing. Over to Rink for 3. Then off the back of the rim. Ellington gets the rebound. Ellington puts it up. That a little high. Pulled down by Clark. Clark moves it over onto the near wing, bringing it up. Soteropoulos. 2-point lead by Saline into the paint. Soteropoulos puts it up off glass. Collision underneath in the paint. That is going to be a foul on Conley, so Conley will pick up another foul. 2 fouls on Pioneer, 2 fouls on Saline. They'll say in the act of shooting. So that will put Soteropoulos to the line. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Soteropoulos trying to get it back to a 3 or 4 point game. First one off the front of the rim. No good. One more chance coming. It is a single possession game. Conley and Jones go out. Blackwell in as well as Karsh. Ellington, Cy. There is another shot up, and that one good for Soteropoulos. Cy inbounds, gets it over to Karsh. Karsh down the near sideline. Karsh for Pioneer. Right at the near wing, gets it over to Ellington on the near side. 3-point lead, 49-46. Saline with the lead. Ellington trying to get into the paint, dishes it back to Rink. Rink for 3. Oh, that off the side of the rim, pulled down by Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos heads the other direction. 3:55 left to go here in the fourth. 3-point lead by Saline. Into the paint, Soteropoulos with the finger roll off the glass and in. That makes it 51-46. 5-point lead for Saline. Ellington into Karsh. Karsh on the near wing, back to Ellington. Just off top of the key to the near side. Ellington calling out signals. Ellington dribbles to his left, flips it over to Cy. Now over to Rink on the far sideline. Rink dribbles to his left, gets to the far elbow, back to Karsh. Karsh on that far wing, moves it to Rink, top of the key. Rink for 3, and rolls all the way around. Hit the front and the back of the rim 3 times, wouldn't go. Quickly the other direction. Here comes Saline. That moved back over. Grabbing it is Katuna. Katuna flips it to Clark. Clark trying to move it over into the near corner. And moved around by Fitta. Now back. Grabbing it, Soteropoulos into the near corner. Soteropoulos trying to make his way into the paint. That off the rim. Off to the far side. Woodman had it. That goes out of bounds.
Ball to the Hornets.
That will stay Saline ball. They have the 5-point lead, 51-46. Quickly put up by Katuna for 3. Wouldn't go. Ellington with the rebound. Ellington moves it ahead. Blackwell off his fingertips. Blackwell had moved and coming ahead the other direction. Here comes Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos down the baseline, dishes it off to Woodman. Woodman gets it over to Fitta on the far wing. Saline with the ball in the 5-point lead. Back over to Soteropoulos. Just off the top of the key, there is a whistle, and there is a injured player as Blackwell is down on the right baseline. He went down to try and keep that ball in, and he has not been able to get up. So we will hopefully he'll be all right. You love to see these players play their guts up, but you don't want to see any of these players injured. Blackwell still on his back. He has not been able to sit up yet. I hope it's nothing serious as he's being attended to. We'll step away. We'll play a few more messages from the MHSAA, and we will be right back with the last 2 minutes and 27 seconds of the fourth quarter. Pioneer, it is Saline 51, Pioneer 46.
The love of the game draws us to sports as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As they got Blackwell up with a little help from his teammates, he is putting absolutely no pressure on that left leg. We hope he'll be all right as they're going to get him over to the trainer table along the back wall of the gym. As we want to always thank the training staff who is present at all the high school games. Very much appreciate them taking care of the athletes whenever they get nicked up. And we hope that Blackwell will be all right soon. Saline inbounds as Katuna has it in the far corner. Katuna trying to dish it back. That over to Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos about 5 feet inside of half court. Soteropoulos now comes top of the key. Gets it back from Fitta. Soteropoulos moves it over to Clark. Clark dishes it off, then gets it back. Clark on the far sideline. Hands it off to Fitta. As diving, Saito trying to get to it. I think he's going to be called for the foul. That will be the third foul on Pioneer. That will be Saline to inbound on the near sideline. Fitta will inbound. So Saito picks up the foul. Third foul on Pioneer. 2 more, and Saline will be shooting. Up to Soteropoulos, who stops, pops, puts it in from the far side of the paint. Now it's 53-46, 7-point lead for Saline. Saito into the paint, makes a nifty jump cut to his right, puts it up and in. And that will now get it down to a 5-point game, 53-48, with 1 minute 40 seconds left. Fitta has it for Saline at the near wing. Gets it over to the far wing. That put up by Katuna. And that would not go out of bounds. That will be Pioneer's ball as Rink will inbound baseline left. Rink gets it in, then fires it ahead. That's stolen away. Here comes Soteropoulos at the free throw line, steps back at the top of the key. Now Richardson comes out to watch Soteropoulos. 1 minute, 17 seconds left to go. Into the near corner, dishes it off to Clark. Clark down the near side of the paint. Back over to Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos comes to the near side of the paint. Now top of the key, over to Fitta. Fitta at the far elbow. Hands it off. Now back over to Soteropoulos, just inside of midcourt. Soteropoulos on the blockades. Now races to the paint, puts it up and puts it in. Was there a whistle beforehand? I think there might have been. 56.9 seconds left to go. That is going to be a foul. That is Richardson who picks up the foul. That is 4 fouls on Pioneer, 1 more. And Saline will be shooting, even if they aren't in the act of shooting. Saline to inbound, baseline left. Soteropoulos to inbound. Soteropoulos gets it over to Katuna. That is going to be a foul by Jones, and that will be the 5th foul. That will put Saline to the line. At this point, I think that's what Pioneer wanted, to stop the clock and try and get a little bit more time for offensive possessions and hope that Katuna misses one or both of these free throws. Katuna trying to get it back to a 7-point lead. First one is up and good. Nothing but net for that one. That makes it 54 to 48. So 6-point lead, trying to make it 7 for Katuna. Now Pioneer with 5 fouls. Saline will be shooting the rest of the way. Katuna puts up the second one, rattles off the front, the back of the rim, and down. That makes it 55 to 48. 7-point lead for Saline with 55.8 seconds left to go. Not a lot of time for Pioneer to make something happen. As Pioneer inbounds, Saito coming up the far sideline. Clark with pressure. So four-court pressure coming ahead with it. Ellington dribbles to his left. Ellington, top of the key, gets it over into the far corner as that is blocked. Cy looking for a three-pointer. That was blocked out of bounds. 44.4 seconds left to go. 7-point lead for the Hornets. Pioneer to inbound, baseline right. Ellington to inbound. Ellington looks to his left, and that's skied out to Saito. Saito on the far sideline. 42 seconds left to go. Saito trying to dish it off underneath. Clark has it, and there is a whistle. That is going to be a Pioneer foul, and that will head all the way back. Saline will be shooting free throws. 37.3 seconds left to go. As the mountain just gets a little tougher, a little taller for Pioneer to try and make this comeback. Clark at the free throw line has an opportunity to make it a 9-point game. First one up and good by Clark, 56 to 48. 8-point lead. They had a 10-point lead at the end of the third. Pioneer battled all the way back, got it down to I think that was a 2-point lead, and then Saline has pulled away. Next shot up off the back of the rim, trying to pull it down. Cy has it ahead, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. That will be Saline ball. 34.1 seconds left to go. 56 to 48. 8-point lead. Saline has it as Soteropoulos in the backcourt. Cy with the foul. Pioneer desperately trying to make something happen here. 32.2 seconds left to go. That will put Soteropoulos to the line, shooting 2. The varsity game will follow about 10 minutes after this. First shot is up and good. That makes a 9-point lead. Soteropoulos can make it an even 10 with this next free throw. Soteropoulos spins the ball, bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in. 10-point lead for Saline, 58 to 48. Pioneer brings it ahead. Ellington over half court. That into the near corner with it. Put up for 3, and it's good. Saito puts in the three-pointer, gets it back to a 7-point game with 23.3 seconds left to go. Pioneer calls a timeout. They want to talk it over and see what they can do with 23 ticks of the clock left. Again, we'll have the varsity game coming up probably about 10-15 minutes after this game ends. We'll quickly just change the timing on the varsity broadcast and get that up and going. We're very, very lucky to have Coach Ahrens with us, as he will be doing color commentary for us. Again, 7-1 Pioneer varsity squad coming off of a huge win versus Huron versus an 8-2 Saline squad. It is, at least on paper, looking like it'll be a fantastic game. Soteropoulos inbound on the baseline right. Gets it all the way ahead to Fitta, and he steps out of bounds. But they'll call the foul. That will be a foul on Pioneer. That is going to be a foul on Karsh. 21.8 seconds left to go. Pioneer not giving up, trying to do what they can. Fitta puts up the first shot, rattles around, would not go down. 7-point lead, trying to make it 8. One more shot coming for Fitta. with 21.8 seconds left to go. Fida bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in. Pioneer down by 8, inbounds baseline right, quickly ahead to Cy. Cy over to Rink, Rink for 3. Rink hits it. That'll make it a 5-point game. 59 to 54 with 16.7 seconds left to go. Again, timeout called as Pioneer wants to talk it over. As a good three-pointer by Rink, Pioneer quickly able to move it down the field. They're going to try and get that. They're going to try and intercept the inbounds pass. If not, they'll quickly commit a foul and hope that Saline can't hit both of them. And then they will do their best to try and come down and hit another three. So Pioneer continues to battle, trying to claw back into this game. Saline inbounding baseline right, and a quick foul as Katuna got it, and he was fouled immediately. 15.5 seconds left to go. Katuna will try and increase this 5-point lead. Saito picks up the foul. Katuna bends the knees, dribbles the ball, puts it up, puts it in. 60 to 54, back to a 6-point game. Katuna can make it a 7-point game. Katuna eyes the rims, bends once, bends twice, bends 3 times. Now puts it up and in, nothing but net. 61 to 54, 7-point game. Pioneer brings it ahead. Saito down the far sideline. Saito stops on the far wing, puts up, and that one falls just short out of bounds. That will be Saline's ball. 8.6 seconds left to go. That should do it. Pioneer may well still try and push this, but it is highly unlikely they'll be able to come back now. Coming down the near sideline is Soteropoulos. Soteropoulos just dribbles around. Pioneer will let him go, and that will do it. Final score is 61 to 54. As Saline wins both the freshman and the JV contest. We will be back with the varsity contest next. You were watching Pioneer Men's Junior Varsity Basketball, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. Ooh, looked like somehow